Okay, so we got some numbers here, and we want to know which one of these are integers. Okay, so integers have a very specific definition in mathematics, and some of these numbers are integers, some are not, and some numbers that we can actually describe in a couple different ways. So some numbers could be integers, and we can describe them again with other terms. And I'm going to cover all this here. And if you stick with me for a couple minutes, you're going to be an absolute expert in integers, and we'll be able to identify which one of these numbers are in fact the integers here. Okay, so this would be appropriate, by the way. You start studying this stuff, integers, positive, negative numbers, probably like in middle school, maybe a little bit in elementary school. So, if you're kind of down on yourself, you're like, well, I really should understand this. This is like basic math. Well, believe me when I tell you, a lot of people don't quite remember the definition of some of these mathematical terms. So you're not alone, and it's not that difficult. So we're going to explain this precisely in just 1 second. But first, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John. I'm the founder of TabletClass Math. I'm also a middle and high school math teacher. And over several years, I've constructed what I like to believe is one of the best online math help programs there is. Of course, I'll let you be the judge of that. If you're interested, you can check out my math help program by following the link in the description of this video. But basically, I have 100 plus different math courses ranging from pre-algebra to pre-calculus and everything else in between. I also do a ton in the area of test preparation. So if you're studying for tests like the SAT, ACT, GED, GMAT, just a wide variety of tests out there, vocational, college, placement, um, high school exams, professional exams, and it has math on it, I likely have your exam. Okay, so you don't want to fail because math is critically important for all these different exams. And then I also do a ton with homeschooling. So if you homeschool, I have a great homeschool learning program. Now, if you're struggling in your math course, obviously I can help you out. But one thing I always stress is the importance of note taking. You have to take great math notes if you're expecting to be really, truly serious about improving in mathematics. So if your notes are less than great right now, you can use my notes to study from, and you can find the links to those in the description of this video as well. All right, let's get into it. I have my numbers here. So which one are the integers? Now, if you want to go ahead and pause the video and just, identify it, just think about this for 1 second. Go ahead and do this. You could kind of turn this into a little pop quiz, but let's get to it. And the way I'm going to explain this first is we're going to look at what we call the number line. This is actually what we call a real number line. Okay, so most of us should be familiar with this. The numbers going in this direction are going to be increasing, and the numbers going in this direction are going to be decreasing. So here I have 0. So let's just start with these numbers. Let's say 1. Okay, that's pretty cool. We all know what 1 is. But what type of number is 1? Well, just hold on 1 second. I'm going to explain this to you. So we have 1, and then we have 2, then we have 3. So imagine, thousands of years ago, if people were walking around and they wanted to tell their friend, maybe they're like hunter-gatherer people, to, hey, look, I see 3 horses. Okay, I see 3 whatever. All right, 1, 2, 3. So this person would be like, hold up their hands. Hey, there's 3 over there. Okay, now these numbers here, starting with 1, then 2, then 3. We call these the counting numbers, okay? Because this is how people used to count. Hey, there's 3. Let's go get them. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Now, so these numbers, starting with 1, 2, and 3, and just progressively going more in a positive direction, are called the counting numbers. They're also called the natural numbers, okay? So natural numbers or counting numbers. All right, now you're going to understand why I'm explaining this, because we can't understand integers until we get a basic understanding of these other numbers. All right, so that's pretty cool. All right, so counting numbers, 1, 2, 3. Now, thousands of years ago, someone said, hey, we need to figure out a symbol that represents like there are no buffalo. Like, hey, I don't see anything over here. There's 0. So what do we do with our hand? Do we make a fist? We came up with the symbol 0 to represent nothing. So that was actually a pretty big math, breakthrough. So it wasn't always the case. So these are the counting numbers. Now, as soon as we add 0 to our numbers, 0, and then we have these counting numbers, our natural numbers, these numbers here, okay, are called the whole numbers. The whole numbers. All right, so we're getting there. All right, so again, if you're talking about integers, we need to know the natural numbers or counting numbers, and then or the counting numbers. And then we have the whole numbers. So we're getting super close to defining integers. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right. All right, so what are integers? Well, if we look over here, we have whole numbers, okay? But all these are positive. We have 0, okay? So these are like the positive whole numbers. What if we write a set of negative whole numbers? So what would that look like? Well, we would have a -1 here. We're just going to take these same numbers but put a negative sign on them. -1, -2, -3. So the negative whole numbers, these numbers here, okay, are going in this direction. Of course, 0 is part of this set and this set, okay? But what we have here, right, this -3, -2, and by the way, the numbers are decreasing. They're getting smaller this way. -1, 0 is included, 1, 2, and 3. Yes, you guessed it. What we have here, folks, are the integers, all right? And it's usually with like this big I, and these are the integers, okay? So -3, -2, -1. Of course, we can go on and on and on, but we're not going to have any fractions and things like that. This is the integers, and of course, it includes 0. Okay, but now you know how they're constructed. Now, once you understand integers, there's other numbers you need to know, which would be like rational numbers and irrational numbers. And you need to know those as well, but we're focusing in on the integers, okay, with this particular video. All right, so let's get to our numbers here. Now that you know what integers are, let's go through this. All right, this right here, 4, is this an integer? Yes, it is. Okay, it is it's an integer. Okay, but it's also what? It's also a counting number or a natural number. So if I asked you, is this a counting number? You could say yes to that as well. It's also an integer. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is as well. Okay, so remember, like I was talking about, numbers can be given different descriptions, but specifically this is an integer. All right, how about 1/2 is an integer? No. Okay, this is not an integer. What type of number is this, by the way? Okay. Well, if you said rational number, if you said rational number, okay, that's oftentimes that number set is abbreviated by this Q. Okay, if you said that, then that's pretty awesome. I must give you a happy face and a little A plus because I didn't even tell you what that was. But rational numbers are numbers that we can express as fractions where the numerator and denominator are integers. Okay, so I'll get into rational numbers more in depth in another video. All right, how about point 3? Well, this is clearly not a integer, okay? But point 3 we can actually express as the fraction 3/10. So this is in fact a kind of hidden rational number. All right, 0. Okay, what is 0? Well, again, 0 is an integer. Yes, it is. It's also, well, no, I take that back. I was going to make a mistake. I was going to call it a counting and natural number. It's not, but it is a whole number. Okay. All right, how about the square root of 7? Well, this is definitely not an integer, and it's not a rational number as well. Okay, now if you go and take the square root of 7 on your calculator, you're going to get like this decimal, in your screen, and now your screen ends like right there. But technically, what's really going on is that this decimal continues far. Here's your little calculator, here's your screen. That decimal goes on to infinity. All right, it doesn't repeat, okay, and it doesn't terminate. So that type of number, okay, what we call a non-repeating, non-terminating number is what we call an irrational number. Okay, this is rational, this is irrational. All right, how about -5? Integer? Yes, it is. Okay, this is definitely an integer. So anyways, hopefully, this has kind of cleared up what an integer is and what it isn't. But all these numbers collectively are part of the real number system. Okay, what you need to know, and you're going to need to know, what is an irrational number, what's a rational number, what is an integer, what's a whole number, natural number, counting number, etc., etc. All right, so let's wrap this up. If you feel like, wow, this is not that difficult, and I totally understand this, and this guy really explained it pretty good. Well, if that is the case, please consider smashing that like button. That definitely helps me out. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. I've been on YouTube for 10 plus years, have over 1,000 plus math videos, basic to advanced mathematics, all there for you. My goal always is to try to teach math in a clear and understandable way. So, whatever course you might be, you can find a lot of help if you like my teaching style on my channel's playlist, but my best math help will be within my math help program. Okay, so with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.